Okay guys, before we get into the video, I wanted to do the first giveaway I've ever done on my channel. I've got a spare Batman Arkham Origins poster, very fitting for the developer that we're going to be talking about in this video, WB Games Montreal. It is their creation, and it is my favorite poster in my collection. $50 million to take down the Bat. If you want this poster, all you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment down below. Preferably, something like, I want the poster, or something like that. But you could just leave a comment giving your thoughts on the video. I'll randomly select one. I'll contact you. If you want it, I'll send it your way. If not, I'll go to the next person in the comments and ultimately give you guys, again, my favorite poster in my collection. I've got a spare. I'm not giving you mine. It's staying up on my wall. Anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed the video. Hey, what is up, guys? It is Slikk, or Slikkwolf here, back again with another video, here to talk about the new Batman Arkham game that has been leaked extensively for almost a year. IGN France tweets out the image that you see here. Save the date, 8 Mars 2017, which translates to March 8th, 2017. We're supposed to mark our calendar for something, and one of the things I wanted to point out is that really this is going to be something substantial for WB Games. I concede it potentially could not be a Batman Arkham game. I mean, it could be like Shadow of Mordor 2, for instance. Now, the font, and people have pointed out that it looks a lot like the Batman Arkham Origins text and promotional images that they had out at the time, and I agree with that. I do believe this will be finally the Batman Arkham reveal. We were supposed to get it back in December. Inside sources at Kotaku say that the trailer was prepped and ready for December, but shift-ups and changes at WB Games Montreal, also them canceling one of their big titles, the Suicide Squad game that they've been working on for several years, obviously postponed that, and they had, basically just shenanigans going on there. From what I've heard as well, there's actually internal investigations going on at WB Games Montreal because their game has been leaked so extensively for almost a year. It would make sense that they don't want that to get leaked, particularly when it comes to story points. I mean, the fact that the game exists is one thing. WB Games, I think, has a vested interest in making Batman games for many years to come. It's not really a surprise to many of us that they're making another Batman game, although some are very disappointed on Twitter that, all WB Games is making is Batman games. Hello, I mean, complain about Lego. They make a new Lego game every 3 months, too. I mean, I see what you're saying, but, they got their cash cow and then they milk it, okay? It's like 10 times worse for the Lego games, and the Arkham games are a beloved franchise, and it's not as though these games are shitty and they just keep pumping them out, like other movie franchises in particular. I won't list any names there. Cough, cough. Transformers. Okay, anyway, totally besides the point. March 8th, 2017, we are going to get a big announcement. This falls in line with what Arkham games and when they're usually announced in terms of like March or April of that year, and then later in that year, October, always, there's going to be the release of the game. This falls in line once again. It's been 4 years since they've made their last game, WB Games Montreal. It's likely they may have their entire studio working on just this game now. 400 employees going full steam ahead on this new Batman video game, alleged to star Damian Wayne, takes place in a dystopian Gotham like Detroit times 10, almost war-torn in a way. You have GothCorp led by Mr. Freeze, a part of the game, and the game, evidently, Wayne Enterprises, of course, is sort of like run down and stuff like that. So really, really interesting stuff, and I just can't wait to see the game. There also is this possibility that I've seen floating around on Twitter that this could be a Nintendo Switch exclusive, which would make me just furious if this game that we've been talking about for almost a year and so excited to see, this sort of spin-off, Damian Wayne game is a fucking Nintendo Switch game. I would not be happy with that. Do I think that's the case? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do not think that is the case. Although it's a possibility it might be out on the Switch. The fact that it's an exclusive when WB Games, they're, PS4 and, WB blow each other off, sort of deal, if you get what I'm saying. I mean, they're sort of in with each other financially in a substantial way. So, I mean, Injustice 2 will probably have exclusive PlayStation content, and pretty much all the Batman Arkham games in the past since Arkham Asylum in 2009 have had PlayStation exclusive content. So there's no way Sony would let that happen, to have this be a Nintendo game. I just don't think it's happening. So I just throw that out the window. Also, another possibility, could this be Shadow of Mordor 2? It could be, which would just make me cry. I would just jump off a bridge at this point, because it's been almost a year. It's, of us getting excited about the game, and I guess I've always assumed that it's going to be of the caliber of the other Batman Arkham games. I never really considered, like, this could be a Switch mobile game that's like a throwaway title, which would mean that WB Games Montreal haven't done anything worthwhile in 4 years, and it took them 4 years to make a kind of a throwaway spin-off title. I mean, I don't think that's the case. I really don't. I think it's going to be a big AAA blockbuster sequel to Batman Arkham Knight. That's my personal opinion, though. I understand that other people think differently. From what I've heard about the game, it can't even run on Nintendo Switch. From the vertical slices and stuff like that, I don't even know if it'll run on it. Because like they describe, the biggest open world we've ever seen. How is that going to run on the Switch? It's kind of a shitty console in terms of specs. People aren't going to like that. It's like 1 teraflop of power, from what I understand. The PS4 and stuff like that have a little bit more than that. I might buy the Switch. I don't know. I'm not dissing it by any means. I just don't know if it can handle this game, which is the largest open world we've ever seen in a Batman Arkham game, from what we've been told. But anyway, I'm just so excited to see the trailer for the game. I do believe this is it. Again, we were supposed to get this 4 months ago, this trailer reveal, and I believe it may be something a little bit more substantial than that, which leads us into the possibility. If they were actually planning to announce the game in December, which they've never done before, they always do it in March or April for Batman Arkham games, could this game actually be coming out before October for the very first time? So roughly, it's like 6 to 8 months after they announced for all the Batman Arkham games in the past, including Arkham Origins, which was made by WB Montreal. 6 to 8 months, roughly, 7 months, somewhere in that range, from announcement to release. Unlike what we see with, Marvel games, where it's like announce, a year of silence, and then another 9 months. It's the WB doesn't do it that way. They announce, and then it's like right there. The game's almost done by the time they announce it. That's the way that it works. The sacrifice is that your game gets leaked to smithereens, like long before you announce it, right? So maybe Marvel did it better announcing that Avengers game, which we're not even going to hear about and it's not going to come up for many, many years. But once again, I do want to emphasize, I do believe, finally, this is actually going to be it, okay? I got you all excited for the Kotaku December thing. It never happened. Jason Schreier doesn't know what he's talking about, or he's right and it actually did get delayed, which is possible. I don't know, but I'm getting hopeful that this is finally it. Almost a full year after the first leaks emerged for the game, Bite Size Impressions made their first article in May of 2016. This game's getting announced in March of 2017. That's 10 months of us all knowing about this game. Granted, some people were more skeptical at the beginning than they are now, myself included. And it's finally almost here. I think we might actually get this game in 2017, guys. It's totally possible. I think we can absolutely see it. October 2017 is totally feasible for this game. I think it's actually going to happen. I think it really, really is going to happen. And I just can't wait. I just can't wait. WB Games has been working on this title for 4+ years now. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I can't wait to see it. Let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section below. I also want to just generally say as well that in terms of the reveal, I do believe that the possibility of it coming out before October is unlikely, unlike I, sort of tease is maybe possible. But I will say this. I think the reveal on March 8, 2017 might be a little bit more substantial than what we've seen in the past, than just a CGI launch trailer. It might be some sort of interview, like a Watchtower-like stream. More likely it might actually feature some gameplay of the game, unlike we usually see, which is just straight up CGI, and then, you gotta wait a while. I don't think that might not be the case, because it's been so long. They've had 4 extra months between when they were planning to announce it and when they actually did. So, the Damian Batman game is finally almost here, guys. We've got a little over a month to wait. March 8th, 2017. Save the date. This is not going to be a Lego game. It's not going to be all the things we've gotten excited for over the past year. Some, DLC, whatever announcement. They're telling us, WB Games is telling us to mark our calendar for over a month away. This reveal still is, and they're getting us hyped up for it. It's going to be the new Batman Arkham game. I'm quite sure of it. Not 100%, but I'm quite sure. And I can't wait to see you guys then on March 8th. I'll probably be doing a live stream, reaction to whatever they announce on March 8th. So I'll see you guys then. Hope you guys have enjoyed. And I'll see you all in tomorrow's video, which is an Injustice 2 skins video. Okay, see you guys then.